What causes type 2 diabetes? How do we manage type 2 diabetes? Today, we are diving into a topic that's got everyone talking.
Diabetics.
Diabetes mellitus, the most common metabolic disorder all over the world. Well, we are going to talk about reversing the type 2 diabetes mellitus, not type 1, because type 1 is there's lack of insulin completely. Type 2, there's a relative lack of insulin, and it is related to excessive weight and obesity and eating habits. I just want to emphasize that importance of lifestyle intervention and medical advancement in diabetes management. Most of the people are very aware that there are two types of diabetes, and there's third one, gestational diabetes, which happens in pregnant ladies. But we are going to talk about type 2 diabetes because type 2 diabetes can definitely be reversed with certain interventions, lifestyle modifications, and medications. What causes type 2 diabetes? Type 2 diabetes is because of insulin resistance and lifestyle factors. Your habit has a lot to do with it. How do we manage type 2 diabetes? And traditionally, we are managing the diabetes. We are not reversing it. We are not curing it. And that includes medications. But there are limitations of traditional treatments. And more effective strategy to address the root cause of type 2 diabetes is a healthy diet, a balanced diet rich in vegetables, whole grains, lean proteins, less of carbohydrate, little bit of fruits on daily basis, healthy fat. Those are essential items you should be focusing on. Monitoring carbohydrate, especially high glycemic index food. So let's just talk about the typical American lifestyle habits, which includes intake of high glycemic index food. Anything with a sugary drink, even the fruit juices, particularly the added ones, the sugar has been added. Soda, energy drink, any kind of sugary drink, donuts, consumption of bread has skyrocketed. They're pure carbohydrate. They're going to give you high glycemic index and your blood sugar is going to go up. And if you don't have diabetes, you're going to gain weight and you are going to have issue with insulin resistance and you're going to develop pre-diabetes, fatty liver, high risk of diabetes development down the road. I see that every day in my clinic. And every day I have long discussion with my patient. Changes in your habit, your behavior is what needed when you're talking about reversing your diabetes. Medications are there. They are there to help you. But you can't be on medication forever. But if you can change your lifestyle, and lifestyle changes is for there forever, then your diabetes will be reversed. So let's talk more about it. So regular exercise. Physical activity helps improve insulin sensitivity. That means whatever insulin your body is producing will be good enough to control your blood sugar. And if you have diabetes, your blood sugar will be better controlled. 30 minutes of exercise, aerobic exercise, brisk walking, cycling, swimming per week, along with some strength training, at least twice a week would be very, very helpful. The minimum we can do is walk 30 minutes a day. The minimum you should be doing. That would be extremely, extremely helpful. And medication, and that depends upon the severity and type of diabetes. If you're type 1, you're going to be on insulin forever. If you're type 2 diabetes, medication will be there to control your diabetes, control your blood sugar, control your A1C somewhere between 6 to 7. And medication includes metformin, glipizide, glyburide, pioglitazone, Januvia, and all those medications. Those things will be there. You're going to be monitoring your blood sugar and your doctor is going to tell you what to eat, what not to eat, cut down your sweet intake, eliminate soda from your life, eliminate energy drinks from your life, bring your weight close to your ideal weight, and that will reverse or cure your diabetes. So combination of behavioral changes, which includes dietary changes, stress management. Let's talk about the stress. Life is full of stress. And I see that again every day. It does not spare anyone. It doesn't spare even me. So a stress factor is there. But how do you manage your stress? That's important. Because high stress level will lead to high cortisol level. And high cortisol level will lead to high glucose level. So when you're stressed out for any reason, you'll notice that your blood sugar is going up. So maintaining your stress level, managing it effectively is very important, and we're going to talk about it briefly in a while. There are many different kinds of relaxation techniques available these days. Meditation is one of them, exercise, walking, engaging in your hobbies, gardening, and spending time with your animals and dogs and what makes you happy. That's what you need to do. Do the things which make you happy. And I can tell you what makes me happy. What makes me happy is to put on my shoes and go for a brisk walk or run. That makes me happy. What makes me happy? Spending some time with my pooch, my dogs and my animals, my goats, my ponies, chickens and ducks. So if you're an animal person like me, then spend time with them. Go for bike riding, whatever activities you can do to bring some relaxation in your life. Listening to music, that'll be great. Smoking is really bad for you, increases complications associated with diabetes, heart disease, and nerve damage, stroke. They're all known to everybody. It's a very risky game some people play. So quitting smoking will improve your health in general. Make sure you see your doctor every 3-4 months if you have diabetes. Get your eye checkup done, food exam done, other screening important for monitoring diabetes related complication and making necessary adjustment to your treatment plan. Making sure you get checked out for kidney. Your kidney is not spilling protein in the urine. So those are some of the important things you must remember. Education and supports. You can see a dietitian and they can support you in managing your health style changes, your eating habits. It's really, really important to know the disease process. The more you know, you'll take care of it better. The more you know about the medication you are on, why you're on, what are the side effects, better is going to be for you. Your engagement is extremely important. Get to know every medication you take and why you take, and have all the questions ready for your doctors, because you are on driver's seat. Your doctor is only GPS. So scientific advancement and research studies have provided encouraging evidence suggesting that diabetes reversal and remission is possible through various interventions. And here are some key findings and approaches. Low-calorie diets. Now, studies such as direct trial have shown that implementing a low-calorie diet can lead to significant weight loss and remission of type 2 diabetes. Substantial proportion of participants. Low carbohydrate diet LCDs typically involve consuming around 800 calories per day for a specific period of time, and the goal is to make you lose substantial amount of weight, and that is followed by gradual reintroduction of food which is healthy, rich in protein and fat, while maintaining your weight loss. Other one is very low calorie diet, VLCD, similar to LCDs, but there is drastic calorie restriction, often through meal replacement shakes, particularly protein shakes and bars. And research has, shown that it can also improve insulin sensitivity and lead to diabetes remission in many individuals. Bariatric surgery, it could be gastric bypass surgery or sleeve gastrectomy, and they are also known to induce significant weight loss and improve insulin sensitivity. And several studies have shown that bariatric surgery can lead to long-term remission of type 2 diabetes in a substantial proportion of patients, even before substantial weight loss occurs. And let's talk about intermittent fasting. The latest fad is intermittent fasting. Before I delve into what it is, I read this article recently. It came in month of March 2024. There is a meta-analysis of different studies about the effect of intermittent fasting. The result is not that good because the study is showing that it is causing increased cardiovascular morbidity and mortality. An expert in the cardiovascular field, really, they have put the full stop right now as far as recommendations of intermittent fasting is concerned. But let's talk about what people have been doing it before this study. So intermittent fasting involves cycling between periods of eating and fasting. And research suggests that intermittent fasting can improve insulin sensitivity, promote weight loss, and potentially lead to diabetes remission. And there are different kinds of fasting protocols all over the world, but the most common one is alternate day fasting, time-restricted fasting, or periodic fasting. And they're the one who've been studied with promising results. Carbohydrate restricted diet. Low carbohydrate diets such as ketogenic diet or low carb, high fat diet have been shown to effectively lower your blood sugar levels and reduce the need for diabetes medication in some individuals. And these diets focus on minimizing your carbohydrate intake while increasing consumption of healthy fat and proteins and vegetables. Exercise interventions. Regular physical activity is essential for diabetes. It contributes to weight loss and improves insulin sensitivity, and both leads to remission of diabetes mellitus. But it all depends how severe is your diabetes. High intensity interval training, resistance training, and aerobic exercise have all been studied greatly for their beneficial effects on diabetes control. The last but not the least is medication-based approaches. Medications such as GLP-1 receptor agonist and SGLT2 inhibitors, they have been shown to promote weight loss by improving insulin sensitivity and reduce cardiovascular risk in people of type 2 diabetes. In some cases, these medications may contribute to diabetes remission when combined with lifestyle interventions. Medication can only do so much. What you can do for your health, no medication can do it. So common factor is lifestyle intervention, and that is healthy eating, getting rid of sugary drink, cutting your bread and pasta and rice. You get the point what I'm saying, that once you get rid of carbohydrate rich foods from your life, your life would just improve drastically. Your energy level gonna improve drastically. You're not gonna have a sensation of hunger and extreme weakness 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock in the morning or 2 hours after lunch, because your diet will be full of protein and vegetables and good fat. There will be no spiking of insulin because of carbohydrate intake, which leads to crashing sensation and then fatigue and tiredness, and you end up eating more carbohydrate, and then this whole repetition continues. The insulin is an anabolic hormone, so it's going to conserve the carbohydrate in form of fat in your liver. It also helps to burn your glucose through muscular activity. So if you're exercising and you're eating some soda, and you're not going to feel as much because your muscles going to burn it out. Like that's the reason people who run in long run, they eat a bunch of carbohydrate because they know they're going to burn it. But in general, for folks who are not active and in daily basis, from your breakfast time to lunch time to dinner time, cutting the carbohydrate will give you energy level which is going to be great and constant and persistent, and you're not going to be sleepy, you're not going to be tired, you're going to have lots of energy throughout the day, and you're going to be very, very thankful. So what I advise my patient is that start your day with protein. Start with day with a bunch of eggs, bacon, protein shake of any kind, milk protein, whatever it is, and have some smoothie made of greens, and they're very helpful. And then you'll realize that you don't need to eat, you won't be hungry until maybe 1 o'clock. Then again, you have protein rich diet, chicken, fish, veggies, cheese, good fat, and same thing with the dinner. And if you want to have a snack later in the evening, the only snack you should be eating is veggie snack, easily available, and you don't have to have some heavy dressing. You can have lemon or vinaigrette, low carbohydrate, low calories vinaigrette, and those will be very helpful. So lifestyle intervention is the common denominator. It doesn't matter what you do. This is basically in your hand. If you want to reverse your diabetes, your doctors, your nurses, your dietitian, they're going to help you. They're going to be your GPS, but you are the driver. You're in the driver's seat, and you're going to have to keep making all those changes and experience the benefits. So let's talk about GLP-1 receptor agonist. There are several medications. I'm not going to name all of them, but the common ones: Victoza, Byetta, Trulicity, Bydureon, and Ozempic, and Wegovy. As you know that the medication which are very much similar like Ozempic, Wegovy, they are also being used for weight loss and diabetes. And the insurance company is paying for that because they know that weight loss is important to pay for those medications, because patients can end up losing weight and diabetes will be better controlled. Or if diabetes is an earlier stage or mild to moderate, there is a potential chance of reversing the diabetes, even curing it, if the patient continues with lifestyle modification. Let's talk about SGLT2 inhibitors: Invokana, Farxiga, Jardiance, Stiglatro, Zynquista. Those are the medications commonly used, but there are others, and we don't need to really go in details with all brand name medications. Diabetes treatment requires individualized approaches, and personalized intervention is really important because you're talking about metabolic profile, lifestyle habits, medical history. Those are very effective in achieving diabetes remission. Tailoring your treatment plans for individual needs and preferences can really help optimize the outcomes. Long-term maintenance, if you want to sustain the benefits of diabetes remission, it requires lifestyle changes, healthy lifestyle habits forever. Forever. You cannot change it for 6 months, a year, and go back to old way. Let me give you an example. Large majority of patients who go through gastric bypass surgery, they regain their weight and they developed all those problems they had it originally. For example, diabetes. So I had this lady who had lost 100 pounds after gastric bypass surgery. 100 pounds. And in 9 months, she gained about 70 pounds. Now, this is the place where I started working recently. And so I had this long talk with her about her lifestyle changes. And I was not surprised to find out that she was going back to her old style of living, cookies, candies, soda, and not paying attention to what's important for her. There are patients barely overweight and they have early diabetes. You'll say A1C of 7 and their weight is about, for example, 40 pounds above their ideal weight. Is it possible to reverse it? Yeah, it is possible. I've done it many times and those patients are motivated. And one of the things I do is motivate my patient. I tell them, I motivate them, I inspire them, and they go through these changes and they start realizing that, wow, this is working. And once they start realizing that this is working, it's magical basically. So yeah, there are patients where it's easy to reverse because their weight issue and lifestyle is not that precarious. They are willing to make all those changes in their life and they usually achieve the remission of diabetes. It's important that you follow up with your doctors every 3-4 months and you have regular medical monitoring with your healthcare providers, educators, and they can let you know about the progress over the time. Researchers continue to explore novel intervention, including targeted therapies, stem cell-based treatment, particularly for type 1 diabetes, microbiome modulation, with the aim of achieving sustained diabetes remission and improving long-term outcomes for individuals with diabetes. Thanks for hanging out with us today and exploring this exciting topic. If you found this video helpful or if you are as intrigued as we are by the potential of reversing diabetes, don't forget to give us a thumbs up and hit subscribe button for more content like this. And hey, before you go, remember that while we are delving into exciting possibilities, it's crucial to work closely with your healthcare team. You got any questions, thoughts, or experiences you want to share? Drop them in the comments below. We love hearing from you. Until next time, stay curious, stay healthy, and keep exploring. This is Dr. PK from Dr. PK Life. Thank you.